Welcome, Muddy, to another episode of The Locker Room to recap our game against Wadding last week. So, first of all, it was a dominant performance with a 130-point win over Nutto Wadding. What were you most pleased with the group's effort?
Yeah, obviously another good win. It's good to get two under our belt now. Couple of pretty impressive individual performances. But in saying that, I think in games like that, when we're dominating an opposition, it's easy to get sucked into that and start playing sort of an individual style of footy and sort of worrying about a me sort of attitude. Having that in the game can creep in when you're on top. And it definitely happened at times throughout the game, but I was pretty impressed with the maturity of the group to sort of pull ourselves out of that and get stuck back into our game plan and playing our structures properly and yeah, getting the win in the end with a decent 130-point result. Was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, awesome. So obviously we waited a long time for our first win.
Yeah.
And now we've got back-to-back strong wins against our opponents in recent weeks. How much confidence has that built within the playing group and into the next block of matches?
It's been massive. There's a bit of a buzz through the group. It's definitely boosted the confidence and gives us a bit of hope now with a couple of winnable games coming up. We've shown early in the season against Croydon Emlock and Kilsyth, going down to them by less than 2 goals in both games, that we can definitely get those wins. So we win those next 2 games and we put ourselves in a position to compete for finals. So definitely a bit of confidence and hope throughout the group surrounding that. So.
Awesome. We're now reaching the midpoint of the season. How have you seen the group develop since round 1, and what areas are still a focus for us to improve on?
Yeah, the development from round 1's been pretty dramatic, to be honest with you. Not only on the field, but on paper too. There's a fair few faces out there that didn't run out in round 1. So yeah, the development's been massive since then. I think round 1 was a bit all over the place. We had blokes playing their first game as seniors and majority of the group having never played together. I think there was blokes low on confidence, and then there was a lot trying to prove themselves. So it was a bit of a mess at the start, but starting to gel now and figure each other out and learn how our teammates play, and it's starting to flow a bit better. What was the second half of that? What do we need to work on? I think there's obviously some little things we need to polish off, but a lot is just going to come naturally. I think chemistry in a football side can't be underestimated. It's massive, and that's something you can't really teach. It's just going to come with time. But we're just focusing on what we can control, and it's just the little things.
Awesome. And then looking ahead, where does the group go from here? What are the aspirations and goals for the second half of the season?
Like I mentioned before, we're in a position now where if we can get a couple more wins, we can set up the back half of our season and can come home with a chance to play finals. So, I mean, coming into the season, we didn't really set any goals for ourselves. It was, the rebuild year. We knew it was going to be a tough year. So we're just taking it a week at a time, and I think that's what we still need to focus on. So just, focus on that and take it week by week. And if we're there at the end of the season with a chance, we're definitely going to have a crack. So.
Awesome. Good to hear. Thank you so much for joining us this week.
Cheers, Rich.